record to the cloud. All right. Hi, everybody. It's just Tracy and I for right now, but that's okay. We're going to record this so you guys can see it. I want to introduce myself. My name is Heather, and I'm an independent consultant and district manager with Arbonne. So welcome. I'm glad you took the time out to take a look at this. I've been with Arbonne for a couple of years, but other than that, I am a wife, kind of, and a mother. I have two kids. They're 11 and 2.5. So you may hear him running around here. He's still up and about. And I am a nurse by trade. So I'm just going to start with kind of what to expect. This is going to be an abbreviated version. But I'm just going to go into kind of my story, how I started with Arbonne, and what makes Arbonne a little bit different than some of the other companies that you may see out there offering the same stuff that we offer. What I'll show you is, if you do consider purchasing Arbonne products, how you can get the best deal. We have many different avenues to do that. And I'll share a little bit about the industry, but I have a feeling that most of you are pretty familiar with network marketing anyway, so we'll just kind of gloss over that. And if Arbonne's not exactly something that you want to purchase or whatnot, you may know somebody that would have an interest that Arbonne would fulfill. So I love referrals, and I do give cash bonuses for them. So we will take them. So when I first started with Arbonne, I was not looking in any way, shape, or form for any type of other business. I just finished my RN after kind of a 10-year road to get there, just on and off school, life happening, and all of that. I had always kind of looked towards a career that gave me flexibility. And when I started in the nursing career, I was just kind of like, oh, hallelujah, all kinds of 24/7 shifts to choose from. So I had flexibility. And my goal of moving towards my RN was earning more per hour and being able to have more time with my family, because I always just believed that, I worked in order to live, because we all have to, but I didn't live to work. I just wanted to live my life. So nursing fit in that realm, and it also fit with just my mindset of I love to help people, and I like all the science stuff and all the gory and gross stuff that goes along with it too. So I just, I love that if I had to work, I had found something fulfilling in nursing. So like I said, my sponsor was a nurse that I worked with, and she put the hand cream by the sink, and I was like, oh, this stuff is amazing. And she would flit on by on her way into the OR and say, oh, it's my Arbonne, give it a try. And I'm like, oh, one of those things. She's silly. Why is she doing that? She's an OR nurse. She has a great career. What's going on? And I really didn't think anything of it. I had just come off working part-time while going through school for my RN, and we just bought a house and we're having a baby. So needless to say, my budget for skincare was pretty much slim to nil. So anyway, I did look over the catalog that she had put in the break room. And I really liked the company values, that they were a green company. Everything down to their catalog is made from recycled paper, and all of their packaging is recyclable. They follow a green commitment at the home office, where everybody brings in mugs. They don't have disposable stuff. So it's just all those little touches that really struck a chord with me. So I grabbed their skincare set. I'm like, oh, it's free, whatever, I'll try it. And I was absolutely blown away. I had always had just kind of trouble with skin, not horrible, but never anything that I could step out and not put something on it. It looked awful. And just from the first time I used it, I absolutely noticed a difference in how my skin felt. And I was like, oh, I like these products. However, I was intrigued and I liked the products, but I really still didn't think anything of it as far as the business. I had tried some network marketing things in the past, and I just was like, okay, that's not for me. I'm not any good at it. I didn't want to do all of the stuff that I thought went along with it, selling and, having to try to chase people and convince them and do all of that. It just was not for me. So needless to say, I just kind of carried on. However, once I had, and I was pregnant at the time, so once I had Quinn, I was home on maternity leave, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to go back to work. I really didn't. My oldest son was 9 at the time, and it had gone so fast with him. And I had been lucky when he was little that I had a pretty flexible schedule in nursing, but where I was now, I needed to be home every night for him for school. So working that type of schedule wasn't going to work anymore with having the two of them. But I knew that I had to go back because we have a house and bills and everything that's regular. So anyway, one day I happened to see this post by my now sponsor, Navia, and she just said, "Oh, thanks to Arbonne, I don't have to go back to work after she has had her baby." We were pregnant at the same time, sort of. And I was just like, that made me stop and take a second look. And I was like, okay, what exactly is she doing? We're similar people, similar careers, similar situation. We're the same age. So I went and chatted with her. And long story short, I decided to join the business. I figured at least I'd get a discount on the products and see what happened. Then she started sending me these calls of people that had made a success out of the business. And they were from all different kinds of people. And I'm sure you're familiar with this type of story. Professional people. There were doctors, lawyers, physical therapists, physician assistants, nurses, you name it, stay-at-home moms, corporate men and women, people from all different walks of life that were able to succeed. And so I really just kind of started wrapping my head around the fact that I could do something like this and actually make it work. And obviously I love the product, so that made it pretty easy. So basically, let me tell you a little bit about who Arbonne is. I'm just going to kind of share my little slideshow with you, so you get to see some pretty pictures instead of looking at my mug in my dark room here. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So Arbonne is a 36-year-old company. They're a botanically based health and wellness company, and they started out primarily as skincare. They have since added cosmetics line, baby line, aromatherapy, a men's line, and also nutrition along with sports nutrition. So they offer almost 500 products. So pretty much anybody that has skin or hair can use Arbonne's products. It really just involves changing the products you're currently using to using something that is a lot safer for you. And I'll go over why that is in just a minute. So along with that, obviously they offer a wonderful business opportunity. Network marketing is really pretty much the business of the next century, and or of this century, I should say. We're not close to the next one. But it's just a way for, average, ordinary, everyday people that want something more out of life to do something more than just working for a paycheck, trading your time for money. We're also a global opportunity. They're currently in 6 countries, soon to be 7. We're in, obviously, the US, Canada, the UK, Poland, Australia, and New Zealand as of June 1st, and we're launching into Taiwan this year. So that's pretty exciting. So I can sit here. I have friends in New Zealand as I went there in high school, and I'm slowly working on building a team over there. So it's pretty exciting to have that opportunity. Let's see. Oh, I didn't keep up with my slides, but that's okay. There we go. So as you know, network marketing is basically word of mouth. The independent consultant introduces the general public to the products without any of those middlemen, which means that they can actually spend the money that they would be spending on all of those steps on research and development of the products and compensation for their consultant. So as anybody that is in network marketing knows, it's a pretty brilliant business product or business model. So what I do is I stop buying any skincare products and everything like that at retail stores. And I basically started enjoying the benefits of Arbonne. I would get a great discount as from my own business. And then I would just started telling other people about Arbonne when they started noticing things about me, or when I was just like, oh my God, you have to try this hand cream. Then, that's how it works. And then I've started sharing with others how to do the same. So that's pretty much the gist of that. Networking is a wonderful way to just build relationships and, you know, kind of build each other up, which I really love about that and this company. You know, and for anyone, Arbonne can be whatever you need it to be. Some people, it's just supplemental income. Other people are using it to replace their full-time income and be home with children, or they just want to do more in the world, which is awesome. They do Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program, there's jewelry, travel recognition. It's really up to the consultant. I just quickly over the levels. There's basically only 4 levels, which is pretty nice. You have a consultant, and then you have the district manager at the first level, and that's about $200 to $950 a month. Pretty, you know, pretty significant for someone working part-time while you're still working. You get to area manager level, and it goes up from $950 to about $3,500. What's cool with area manager is Arbonne allows you to will your business to your family at that point. So if you were to, you know, God forbid something happened to you, your family would still continue getting a paycheck from your business. And it's built a big enough team that will continue to grow that would actually be a pretty substantial help to your family. So it's pretty awesome. The regional vice president, the levels go up to about $3,500 to $16,000 a month. And you also get an $800 bonus for your car, which it does have to be a white Mercedes. You don't get to pick. The white stands for pure, safe Mercedes, and beneficial. I don't know, I guess it's beneficial to have a Benz. And then the national vice president, the only difference there is your car bonus goes up to about $1,000. And the average, I think 2014, maybe 15, was about $23,000 a month. That's pretty ridiculous as far as income goes. But there are people that make, you know, much more than that, and they're able to do a lot of good with that money. So Arbonne, I feel, is a great company. I love them just because of the fact that their products are consumable, just like Thrive. So you guys are onto something too. You know, they're consumable. People like them. They like the way they feel. They like the way they look. They use them, and then they buy more. And once people are familiar with their brand, they continue with it. As you all know, that the global demand for health and wellness is skyrocketing. You know, people are sick of, I mean, now it used to be you didn't have to pay anything to be sick because your insurance just covered anything. So it was easy to be sick because you could just go to the doctor and put out the small fires. Now people are actually starting to have to pay money, and they're like, crap, I'm sick. I can't afford to be sick. And they're really starting to realize that their health is a very precious commodity. So as far as the demand for healthy products and learning to live a healthy lifestyle, I don't see that going down anytime soon. And again, with network marketing, the ability to leverage your time by teaching other people, you know, you have your own little franchise and you have other people building their own virtual franchises. And you benefit from all of that. And the same with them, as they build teams, they get to benefit. And it's internet. All you need is a phone, and you don't even need a laptop anymore. You know, you have pretty much our phones do everything. So that's pretty cool. So enough about that. I just wanted to go into kind of what makes our products different. And our products, you know, some people will be like, oh, they're all natural, they're this and that. And that's not exactly true. We're plant-based formulations, and we blend the best of science and nature. Arbonne uses the highest quality ingredients from around the globe, and all of their products are pH correct and hypoallergenic. We're also vegan certified. We're dermatologist tested, clinically proven. We've had many independent studies done on our products against #1 MLM brands, multi-level marketing brands, and also department store brands. And we've pretty much blown them out of the water as far as results. So that's pretty cool. We are never tested on animals, and there are no animal byproducts in our products. So I don't know if you've ever heard of rendering plants, but sometime when you haven't eaten, Google it. It's disgusting. And those, that's something that they use for fillers in our cosmetic products that we get on the shelf. Powders, lipsticks, all of that. We're built on Swiss heritage to European standards. And the difference there is that in the US, they have probably banned about 10 to 14, I've heard different numbers, chemicals from being in our personal care products. And these are chemicals that are known to cause cancer or something like that. However, there are many, many more that seem, they're hormone disruptors or formaldehyde donating preservatives, or stuff that are actually known carcinogens. And in Europe, they've banned about 1,300 of those chemicals. And that's huge. And a lot of, in the US, again, they've only banned a few, and their philosophy is if you haven't proven beyond a reasonable doubt that it does cause cancer, then we're just going to use it anyway. And then, so what if it does? As far as the European standards, they say until you've proven without doubt, there we go, I'm trying to talk, that it doesn't cause cancer or that it's safe, then we're not going to use it. So I prefer that over being a guinea pig. And a lot of the companies will be like, well, this product only has this much of X amount of chemical. But then if you think of how many products we use in a day, most people wash their face, most people wash their hair, they use body wash, they may use a lotion, they're going to use a face lotion. Women use makeup, men use shave cream, we all use deodorant, and all of that. We are getting exposed to so many chemicals on a daily basis, not even talking about, the food that we eat, whether it's processed foods or non-organic, stuff like that, where we're getting exposed to chemicals. So we're just overloading our elimination organs with toxicity, and we're paying for it in our health. And that's scary. So again, our products are known for what they're formulated without, and there's no gluten, no petroleum, animal products or byproducts. I said there are no formaldehyde donating preservatives, chemical dyes or fragrances, or artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. There's also no parabens or phthalates. So those are all the things that we want to avoid. So I'm just going to go a little bit into our 2 top skincare lines. I'm going to see how this works. I have little videos for you. Give my voice a little break. Our first is the RE9, and this is our anti-aging set. And this is the sample that I tried when I first, other than the hand cream, this was the sample that really was made me sit up and take notice. My skin felt like it could breathe. And that's the only way I can explain it, was just using it. I was like, and just over time, the results are cumulative. Each piece plays an integral part. They're kind of like ingredients in a cake. Each ingredient is good in and of itself, but when they're mixed together and work together synergistically, the results are out of this world. The other line is our RE9 Advanced for Men. This was just reformulated this year. Obviously, men's skin is a little bit different than ours. But, men are starting to think that it's okay to take care of their skin. Sometimes. I still haven't gotten my boyfriend to use the eye cream because he doesn't believe the men use eye cream, or maybe even moisturizer. But he uses the shave cream, the wash, and, he uses everything else. So I'm like, fine, we'll work on it. As he gets older, once he hits 40, he might be like, yeah, I need a little bit of eye cream. So we'll see. But I just have a couple of videos for you here. Bear with me in switching my screens. All right, so here's a little video about the RE9 set.
It's time to outgrow aging. With a powerful system of products, clinically proven to start working in 24 hours. Introducing RE9 Advanced. RE9 Advanced synergizes not 1, but 9 major age-defying elements and botanicals. In a breakthrough approach that delivers clinically proven visible results in 24 hours. It's time to outgrow aging with RE9 Advanced, exclusively from Arbonne.
So that was kind of a smaller video. However, just a little, using the 9 botanical ingredients to help with anti-aging. And they've only improved the line over the years. Whoops.
Hello everyone, this is Helena DeBrun. I am an esthetician and an independent consultant with Arbonne.
Bear with me.
Today I'm going to show you how to wash your face with the RE9 Advanced Anti.
We don't need to watch how to wash your face. I think we all can figure that out. Don't mind the technical difficulties. So here's one with the men's line. These are all just kind of short 1 minute little clips. I like them. Plus the guys are cute.
With 5 new and improved products to take your skin to the next level. Experience new RE9 Advanced for Men. These advanced science and botanically formulated anti-aging products contain unique ingredients to boost hydration, malachite extract to help promote the overall look of strong, healthy skin, along with algae extract and vitamin C to help support a firmer, youthful, more resilient appearance. And clinical results on the eye repair cream showed an improvement in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, skin firmness, and skin elasticity around the eyes in just 4 weeks. So take your skin to the next level with RE9 Advanced for Men.
Oh.
The new and improved way to work smarter, not harder, for great looking skin.
And we use for all of our videos, they're all independent consultants, so we don't pay any, advertisers to kind of tote our products. We just all use them, and then we do our own commercials. So just I had talked about the RE9 clinical results. Here's just a slide kind of explaining some of them. They tested the extra moisture day cream with SPF 20, the intensive renewal serum, and the corrective eye cream. And they all beat the #1 department store brand, the leading MLM brand in helping to provide a healthy, younger looking complexion. I am absolutely in love with the eye cream, and I have a crazy before and after to show you because I never really noticed it. I love the way my skin felt, and I noticed that it was clear and whatnot, but I never really noticed the difference per se as far as the firmness or whatever, because I think we're always our own worst critic when we look at ourselves in the mirror. But I was loving how it felt. So one time I actually ran out of the eye cream, and I woke up in the morning and I went in the bathroom and I was just like, well, that's really bad. So what did I do? I took a picture. I'm like, okay, I've been out of my eye cream. I went, and I've never really noticed bags before, but they were pretty pronounced. So I was like, holy crap. So I grabbed my camera and took a picture, and then I ended up getting the eye cream again, a week later or whatnot, and used it. And I'm going to just show you here. So here's my lovely little bags in the top picture. And then literally I used the eye cream at night before I went to bed, and I used it the next morning, and then I took a picture. And I was absolutely blown away. I was like, holy cow, the bags are totally gone. So that was pretty impressive. Now I'm just going to kind of go back here. We have some 40% off sets with the RE9, and I'll go over that at the end. One of the items that comes with it, and I'm sorry, Tracy, I didn't send you. I realized I had samples of the Genius, but I didn't know I had them. So I didn't send you them when I sent your sample pack. This stuff is absolutely ridiculous. It's called Genius for a reason. It's a plant-based retinoid. So it almost does like a chemical peel to your skin, but there's no irritation, redness, or anything like that. And as you can see here, it helps even skin tone, texture, dullness. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, color spots. People have age spots on their face or even on their hands. I've had a lot of women like, oh, I got these liver spots on my hands, and they've used the Genius pads, and it works. You do your face, and then you use the pad on the tops of your hands. So it's absolutely wonderful. And that comes in the set of the RE9. It just kind of kicks it up another notch. And then we will get to, so here's just a couple of before and afters they have. This woman at the top, she's been using RE9. On the left, that was her 4 years ago. And on the right, that's her after using the RE9 for 4 years. You notice the effects immediately, but they just continue to make your skin better and better. that's really impressive. And then in the bottom is our new Clear Future Acne line. If any of you have teenage girls or boys at home, this line is incredible. It absolutely, I've seen amazing befores and afters with people using the Clear Future line. And obviously it has a lot to do with diet as well. So looking at kind of what you're taking in, what types of food that kind of contribute to poor skin is also a step in that. But again, the products themselves work wonders. All right, so I'm just going to we do offer a whole 30 days to clean eating program. And obviously the package comes, we have a wonderful protein mix. It's dairy, soy, and gluten-free. Soy is an inflammatory agent. So when you're eating it and digesting it, your body is actually going into an inflamed state, which makes it acidic. And you want your body to be more alkaline because disease cannot live in an alkaline environment. Their products are great. They're vegan certified. You don't have to be vegan, obviously, to use them. But if you are, they work. There's no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. We just have some before and afters here of people that have done our 30-day to clean eating challenge. Some pretty dramatic results, and I've seen them with my own eyes. And I feel the difference when I do it. I was talking when Traci and I first talked, we talked about, how getting healthy and cleaning yourself out just makes you feel absolutely amazing. And it's amazing to know how great our bodies can actually feel. So I love the chance that I get the chance to do it. So this here just kind of gives you an idea. Arbonne offers a whole entire range of products. We have hair products. We have an amazing color safe shampoo. Their mousse is to die for, and they have an amazing serum. We've got a bath and body line with a detox spa line. We've got makeup. We have sun protection that is amazing because it doesn't use the chemical sunscreen. It actually is a mineral sunscreen. So versus kind of stopping the burning of the sun, it actually just blocks the sun from getting through to your skin at all, it's really nice. And their self tanner is absolutely to die for. I've used a self tanner here or there. I think I used like the Jergens lotion or something back in the day, and it worked okay, I guess. But this tanner is absolutely phenomenal. And I just mix it with the lotion. It's a little thick, and do it that way. So I'm just going to go over a couple of my fave products. I don't even know if I have it here. I wish you could smell it through the computer because this stuff smells amazing. It's a renewing body gelée. It's got sea extract, it's got sea kelp, algae, shea butter, butcher's broom, ivy leaf, green tea, and vitamin E. You can apply it, obviously it says here, after sun exposure, workouts, when it's really, really hot we still don't have air conditioning. So in the summers, sometimes it gets really hot, upstairs in our house, and my son will actually put it on his shoulders, chest, and back, and it will cool him off. I did it when I was home during the summer on maternity leave with the baby because it was like a gazillion degrees. I'm like, maybe I'd rather be at work because I have air conditioning. But it was amazing. You can use it instead of deodorant. There's no aluminum in it. You can use on bee stings, blisters, bug bites. It's just kind of, I don't know if you're familiar with My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but it's pretty much Arbonne's Windex. So it's awesome. The other thing that I absolutely love, and Traci, did I send you a sample of the primer in your thing?
Yes, you did. Sorry, I was muted. Yes, you did.
Oh, it's amazing.
Awesome.
It's like cashmere for your skin.
Yeah.
And like it says, the peptides basically help fill in all those fine lines and wrinkles that none of us have, but and it just makes your skin feel amazing. You can put on your makeup over the top, and it just helps it from settling in. Some people are like, my makeup is great until later in the day, and it started to settle in and kind of come off. The primer definitely helps with that. And actually, even for the past few days, you can just use it. I've been using just the primer and the mascara, and then we have kind of a highlighter thing that I put on my eyes, and I haven't even used any CC cream or powder or anything because I just haven't had to. definitely one of those, you need to feel it to believe it, because it's just so smooth and silky. Speaking of CC cream, we do also offer a CC cream. Most people are familiar with that. It's got a kind of 10-in-1 benefits. It's moisturizing, helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps plump the skin. It just really, it feeds your face, which is great because most of our makeup just kind of sits on top of our skin, or it's got stuff in it that we don't want feeding our face. So it's nice to feed our face with something great and that actually works. And the colors, there's the 4 of them, but they really blend. They're not an over-the-top color, so they kind of blend into your actual skin color. So that's another one that gets almost daily use. And this one here, this one definitely gets daily use. And this is our mascara. It is absolutely to die for. There's a lot of articles. We've been in magazines, different beauty magazines, as far as favorite mascaras. The amazing thing with this is it actually helps your lashes grow over time. There are no harmful chemicals in them that are going to be harmful. I've had people tell me like, oh, I had to stop, my eye doctor told me to stop wearing mascara because, it was getting in my eyes and causing damage. So there's none of that with this. It actually even smells good, which is weird because nobody thinks of a mascara smelling good. And as you can see, the difference, it's crazy. I think the only drawback that I've had people kind of complain about is the fact that it's not waterproof. But that's because to make it waterproof, we would need to use dangerous chemicals to do that. But I can go through a whole day, and I guess unless I'm jumping in a pool or laughing so uncontrollably that I'm crying or actually crying, it doesn't run. So that's definitely one of my favorite. So I'm just going to kind of go over a few of the benefits that we have in Arbonne as far as, you're like, oh, that's great. I love all these products. They're amazing. How do I get my hands on them? So at Arbonne, we offer what we call a preferred client program. And as you can see here, kind of on the screen, there's a bunch of different benefits. I'll explain in a little bit. So for $20, like a Sam's Club or BJ's membership, you enroll and you get anywhere from 20 to 40% off the retail price that you see on the website or in the catalog. You get free shipping with a qualifying order at your sign up, and you also receive a complimentary product with a qualifying order in your start month. Each year, it's $20 to renew, or if you have accumulated $600 in retail purchases over the 12 months, it will automatically renew. So right now, these are our rewards. So any order between $150 and $299 retail, which again, with the preferred client program, you're getting 20 to 40% off of that. You get free shipping. The order of $300 to $449, you get the free shipping plus a $10 reward to use on your next order. And then so on. $450 to $599, you get the $20 reward plus free shipping, and so on. Over $600, you get $30. We have special value packs that are put together specifically for certain products. And I didn't even go over the Genius. I got to go back to that one. That's really important. We have that are ordered at 40 or sell at 40% off. We also have different auto ship orders. So you can do 30, 60, and I thought you could do 90, but maybe not, at any price point. And it can be just a bag of protein or, something else. You run out of your cleanser every 2 months or something, which we probably wouldn't. It's more like 3 or 4. You get flat rate shipping, which is $5.95. Anything over the $150 retail, you get free shipping plus a surprise gift every time you order. And you can change it. There's nothing that's required. You can just change it at any time. So that's pretty awesome benefit. Now I'm going to go over one other thing that I seem to have missed, but we have this item. I'm going to hold it up right here. This little guy, it kind of looks a little naughty. I'm sorry. But this is our Genius Ultra. And what this is, it's an ultrasound device. It's the first of its kind. available to the general public. This is technology that they use in plastic surgeon's office. And it's basically a 300,000 ultrasound waves per second or whatnot, the same frequency as Doppler when you listen to your baby's heartbeat at your OB's office, that helps apply the product into your skin. So better than just your fingers kind of rubbing it on your skin and getting into the deep ridges, this actually gets the product deeper so that it can do its work, which is amazing because the products work wonderful with this thing. It's a total game changer. I absolutely love it, and I have some before and afters to show you. So I'm just going to show you a quick little video on the Genius Ultra explaining it, and then I will show you some before and afters. Alrighty, so that product is in our, sorry, this is as big as I can get it, but we have these new ASVPs. We used to just have the skincare and nutrition, and that was it. So we have, you know, a lot of new ones here. But this product actually comes in a special value pack. It is 40% off of retail. When you order a special value pack, you get the free shipping, plus you earn a $10 off of your next order. And it comes with the intensive renewal serum and also the lifting and contouring eye cream, which again is in the RE9 line. I didn't really go over it because, like I said, if we went over everything, I'd be here all night. This is just, we have a lifting and contouring eye cream and also a day cream as well. And that is mainly for the more crepey, sensitive skin around the eyes. As we age, the skin gets a lot thinner around our eyes. And this lifting and contouring one is specifically aimed to that. I love it. It works amazing. I use it with my Genius, but I only use it at night because, as I showed you before, I love the other corrective eye cream, and that's during the day. That's my go-to. But this product has been, all of the testing that they did were with these two products, so they actually give you those in the value pack to use with the Ultra device. You know, if you were to go to a plastic surgeon's office, it's going to cost about $300 per treatment to get treatment of this. So when you figure that in, it's a pretty awesome deal, and it's got a year's warranty. And then it's not a lifetime warranty, but they definitely have, it's rechargeable. So, and I don't know, we'll see kind of as time goes on what we will do with replacing parts, but knowing Arbonne, I'm sure there's a plan. So kind of our special value packs, we have the RE9 set, like I mentioned, with the Genius. We have the RE9 set with the two lifting and contouring. I have, a woman in her 60s, and she uses that set. We do also have the men's set, which is great. It comes with all of the men's line, plus the Genius, plus a bag of vanilla protein. We have our nutrition sets, and then we have our sports nutrition set, which is amazing. There's a pre-workout, a hydration, and a post-workout. And then they've got a greens balance and a protein shake in there. And then we have, which is brand spanking new, and I can't wait to get my hands on one, our makeup line. And I don't even wear makeup that often, but everything that we have is amazing. We have a great mineral powder. This is probably one of my favorites. It's kind of hard to show. And this little brush is like the softest thing. Like, think of the softest teddy bear that you've ever felt, like a baby's teddy bear, and then it's even softer. And when you put the mineral powder on with it, it pretty much works as a magic eraser. It's pretty awesome. And I don't know, I'd like to try to show the eye colors. I don't think you can even, you can't tell, sorry. Like, I don't know if it's going to tell in my dark light. The eyeshadows are wonderful. They're a powder, but they feel like a cream. They go on, and they've done a whole new brow kit. And there's definitely a lot going on in the makeup world. So that is pretty much that. So we have, like I said, we have the preferred client benefits. So really, you know, there's many different ways to kind of get involved with Arbonne. Doing something like Traci and hosting a few people to get together. I understand nobody else made it on, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys can get the recorded link. Zoom is actually really pretty easy to use, and the recorded link is even easier. So I hope to get to meet you that way. For hosting, based on the sales of your party, you get free products and benefits, and you just get to share Arbonne with friends and family. So I definitely, if after you've watched this, you want to, you know, share this information with people and earn some free stuff for yourself, I would love to do that for you. And even being far away, like, it's, you know, it's almost like we're sitting in the same room. However, we're all in different states, so that's great. You can become a client, which is really just buying a product at retail price, but you receive the same customer service. The really cool thing with this is that I personally care for each one of my clients and try to help them get what it is that they need within their budget. And we already went over the preferred client program. And then again, obviously, as you know, becoming a consultant, very low startup fee, and you get even a bigger discount. And then you have the opportunity to do whatever you want with it. And that is really that's pretty much it. You know, this is kind of the big thing is we just encourage people to dream big. You know, we're where we are because of choices we made yesterday. And if any single one of us continue doing what exactly we're doing, where are we going to be? You know, so with any network marketing, most people tend to look for the, oh, what if it doesn't work? What if I stink at it? What if it's awful? You know, and I just encourage you, no matter what you're doing, you know, ask what if it does. And as you all probably know, there's a giant price to pay for doing something different. It's not easy, but there's also a price to pay for staying the same. So that's what we get to do, is we get to be different. And so that's awesome. So everyone, it was awesome to talk to you virtually, sort of. And what I will have you do, once you've watched the video, you can message me on Facebook, or you can reach out to Traci and say, hey, I'm kind of interested in whatever. And, you know, if you're willing to hook us up, I will give you a call and just see what skincare issues you may have. I did post a link to a client profile sheet. So even if you watch this, and go on and fill out the sheet, and I will follow up with you that way. And if there's anything, you know, that I can help you get, and, you know, things that you need to change about your skin or your health, then I will definitely be glad to do that. So thank you, Traci. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Gathering everyone. So we will, let's see. I'm just trying to figure out how to stop recording so that everybody doesn't have to listen to our chatter. All right, here we go.